You have one job, you have health insurance through that job, you get your second full-time job, and now they're asking you about health coverage. I used to advise, and I think that's still the main advice, you should waive coverage if you can. Like, just tell them that you're covered, you don't need the new coverage, it's fine. Or conversely, accept that coverage and then renounce the coverage on the first job if the second job had a better plan or whatever. The point is that you didn't want to necessarily insurance stack. The idea is that we do job stacking, we do paycheck stacking, but a health insurance of stacking, it can expose you. If you have more than 3 jobs and you're making like a ton of money, my advice was like, just get your own health insurance. Do not have health insurance depend on your employer. It's cheaper at that point to have your own health insurance and not depend on anybody and not have to worry about anything. What has happened? The new pattern that I've started to see emerge is that employers get really skeptical about people that waive coverage. They make it really annoying. They want you to prove that you have coverage someplace else, and employers, for whatever reason, they do not like it when you waive coverage and you do not demonstrate that you have other coverage. And the problem with demonstrating that you have other coverage is that obviously in a lot of the insurance cards, it says that it's employer provided, or there's information that we don't want the other employer to have. The problem was not that if you had 2 health insurance plans that inherently posed a risk or anything like that. It could, if you try to use both. If you happen to have 2 plans, remember to only use one or to never use both insurance companies or both insurance plans to claim the same thing, because you're gonna get caught immediately. So what's the new alternative? All the alternatives so far are fine, but there's one that I think right now it's the best, which is HSA, health savings account, because the employer opens it for you. They deposit some amount every year, and that's it. They're not required by law to follow up, to even submit documentation or anything. It's kind of like the account is open and everything is up to you. All compliance issues, you own them. And usually HSA accounts come with a high deductible plan, like a really crappy health insurance plan. So the beauty of this is basically that you're not only fulfilling the requirements of reducing the amount of risk of being found, but you're actually getting a bonus because the HSA is cash. Since you have coverage from some other place, now you have an issue of compliance with the IRS, because if you have coverage, they don't let you have one of these accounts. There's a tax structure where you don't have to pay tax on that money. But if you have coverage, then that becomes taxable income. You are not breaking the law. There's no criminal offense, nothing like that. All you have to do to comply is take the money out of the account. And you can actually just call the account provider, and one of the valid reasons to take the money out is that you're already covered by health insurance. What happens if you forget, you don't take the money out? IRS is just gonna impose an excise tax on it. The amount in the account is just gonna be taxed at like 6% until it's empty. That's all that happens. Nobody goes to jail. There's nobody gets called, HR doesn't get called. Nobody gets accused of fraud. Nothing happens. If you take the money out, then it's just more taxable income. You report it as usual, and that's it. So basically, once you have job 1, they have your health insurance covered. You get job 2. If they offer HSA account, take that immediately. That's the best option right now because it's basically getting extra cash. Again, just remember to comply with the IRS.